Welcome to another RSR. Tonight we are reviewing CD Olimpia 3, LD Alajuelense 2 in the 2022 Scotiabank CONCACAF League Final Leg 1. Olimpia contra Alajuelense 3-2. La Liga de CONCACAF de Scotiabank 2022 Final Partido Ida. What a barn burner of a game, a big barn burner. Olimpia gets the slight win at home at Alajuelense in Tegucigalpa. But Alajuelense, the tie's still alive for them. So wearing the suit next week ain't that bad of a decision, I can tell you that much. There'll still be moments to watch for sure. 12th minute, Jose Pinto scores the goal. Ball crossed in by Chirinos all the way through the defensive line. Pinto makes a run from in behind, taps the ball in, past Morera to make it 1-0. 1-0 Olimpia. Great cross and great run by Pinto. Great cross by Chirinos. Great run by Pinto to get the goal there. Great shot, great goal. 1-0, 1-0. Then in the 45th plus 3rd minute, the last kick of the half, penalito given to Alajuelense. Giancarlo Gonzalez gets bowled over in the box off the corner. They give the penalty. Johan Venegas steps up to take, and he bangs it in past Menjivar to make it 1-1, 1-1. 45th plus 3. That's where we go into halftime. 1-1, 1-1. But early in the second half, that draw is gone. 47th minute, Jorge Alvarez with a golazo, a banger into the top corner past Morera to make it 2-1. 2-1 Olimpia. They got the lead back early in the second half. Then in the 69th minute, Michael Chirinos already had an assist, puts the lead, enlarges the lead for Olimpia, takes a shot, bangs off the bottom of the crossbar and in to make it 3-1, 3-1 Olimpia. But Giancarlo Gonzalez off a cross, gets a header, puts it past Menjivar to make it 3-2, 3-2. That's the way it would end. Olimpia has a slight win, 3-2, 3-2, but a win nonetheless in this first leg of the final of CONCACAF League, in position to bookend the tournament as champions, but we will find out next week. Stats are as follows at full time: 12 shots to 12, 6 shots on goals to 4, 40% possession to 60% possession, 296 passes to 499 passes, 81% pass accuracy to 96, 12 fouls to 19, 2 offside to 1, 1 yellow card to 1, 0 red cards to 0, 12 corners to 5. A very, very interesting first leg. I think it was a barn burner. It was a slugfest. Goal for goal, punch for punch, play for play. It was a slugfest. Now, there were moments where Alajuelense looked very sloppy, and I felt like they were choking a bit in this game, especially in the second half when they allowed those two banger goals, golazos from Alvarez and Chirinos. The way they played there, they put themselves in position to where those goals would be scored against them. They were not playing very well. Not the best. They were not playing very well on the night here in this first leg of the final. But it was still a barn burner. Both teams still found a way to score multiple goals. 5 goals in one leg of the final. This game definitely was sloppy at times. It also was definitely dominated at times. The first 20 minutes, I'd say about the first 7 minutes of the game were very sloppy on both sides. But once Olimpia scored, they were pretty dominant from the 8th minute to the 20th minute until Morera made that big save off the penalty in the first half. Then Alajuelense woke up about the 20th minute, 25th minute. Then they dominated the rest of the first half. They were looking for an equalizer. They got it. You could say they could have scored 2 goals, but they definitely put a lot of chances on goal forward. They got a penalty. Venegas scored it, and it was tied going into halftime. Then the second half, you look at the game, Olimpia gets 2 banger goals against the run of play, and Alajuelense puts themselves in position to give those up. They were sort of choking there. And then after the second one, any chance they had was sort of stifled by their absolute indifference to second balls and balls played forward. They let Olimpia get to those second balls, get to the passes, and sort of cut them off. They were very indifferent for a while there, and that looked absolutely horrible. Then you get to the last 10 minutes, Alajuelense wake up and say, damn, we at least have to score a goal, if not two. And they get at least one of them. They get the header from Gonzalez, Giancarlo Gonzalez, former Galaxy man. And then it's like, they look like, damn it, we could score a third and tie this up and end it as a draw. They didn't, but they almost did. It's like they went through stages of being crap, being sloppy, being the best, being asleep, waking up, being great again. If Alajuelense played a perfect 90 minutes, this game may not be 3-2. They may have won this game. If they play a perfect 90 minutes in Alajuela next week, they very could still win this tournament. It's not over yet. That's the good thing about them getting that second goal. This is not over at all. We have another 90 minutes. This could still go to extra time. This could still go to penalties. It's not over. A 1-0 win by Alajuelense, I don't think away goals count here, if I'm correct, which means that would go to extra time. Could I see that being the case? Yes. Would I be shocked if that was the case? No. I don't think Olimpia puts themselves in position to be absolutely, basically, Alajuelense comes from behind, makes it 1-0, 3-3 on aggregate, and then gets 2 more goals or 3 more goals pumped in against them. But I think if they're in the position where Alajuelense around the end of the first half or middle of the second, they get that goal to possibly send it to extra time, they'll take that. They'll defend to make sure another one doesn't happen. And if they could score on their end, they'll try. But I think they'll be more defensive. Point is, this is not over. Not at all. That second goal basically said, nah, this is still a very open tie. And I guarantee you the second leg will be just as much of a barn burner, if not as much or more than this first leg. This tie is not over. Alajuelense did not play perfectly, but they played good enough as to where they still have a chance to win this tie. Olimpia played very well, but they had moments that put them in a position as to where they could lose this tie very easily if they're not careful in the second leg. Alajuelense has to be careful. Olimpia, not so much, but if they aren't careful, they're in trouble. This could go many ways. This is not over yet, and I'm glad it's not, because it would be stupid for me to wear a suit for the second leg of the final when we're basically saying, okay, let's just wait for this champion to be crowned. And I don't get the plaudits for wearing a suit for the second leg of the final. MLS Cup final, it's easy. It's only 1 game. This is 2. Kind of have to hope it's still close. Just like, well, hell, the second leg of the CONCACAF Champions League final or last year's CONCACAF League final. Kind of have to hope it's close, but it is. It is. This isn't over yet. This is going to be very interesting the next 90 minutes and possibly more. Next Wednesday, same start time, same possible ending time, unless we go to extra time and penalties. But should be a very interesting second leg. This game, not over yet. It was a barn burner for the first leg, but the second leg, I'm sure, will be just as good. We are definitely entertained. Everybody is definitely entertained here, I can tell you that much. But Olimpia, they were the better team tonight, slightly. Could have been by more, but it wasn't. But they were slightly the better team tonight, at home, of course, so that's pretty obvious. Or pretty expected, I should say. Pretty expected. So Alajuelense could definitely do the same thing at their house next week. They could. Should be very interesting to see. But Alajuelense is not done yet. Olimpia is not done yet. We still have 90 minutes of a very open tie to see who the final CONCACAF League champion is. And who goes into CCL as the final CONCACAF League champion. Will it be Olimpia? the first champion who ends up being the last champion, or will Alajuelense win their second tournament in 3 years? We'll find out. Should be very interesting, but I was very enthralled by this match, and I hope everybody else was as well. With that being said, that's what I'll leave it at. Very good match. Very interesting, and hopefully the second leg's just as good. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. Once you subscribe, send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlists. Share it with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you on Friday for another TFC Midwest podcast episode, and I will be guesting on Everything NYJ because the Patriots are playing the Jets on Sunday, and I'm a Patriots fan. Be the first opposition guest to be on their show, so that should be interesting on Friday as well. That'll be 10 o'clock, 7 and 10, so lots of stuff to do. Should be very interesting. 2 great podcasts. We'll be there, and I hope you enjoy that as well. So Friday's going to be full. Going to be some good work. See you then. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace.